We're at the vet. Mr. Beans is having stressful hairball action. Okay, bake off.
Not combining her job as an accountant with being a single mother to son Stephen.
Sorry.
Hermine enjoys a spot of knitting.
Yay!
Hopefully, it will be ready for winter.
Yes! No, it won't go.
She'll be
Don't, it's
hoping her
okay.
salmon and cheese flavors knit together.
A knitter on bake off!
So they're going in whole,
How many are you putting in?
only 60 grams,
So how much flour?
350.
Okay.
Love that face, that's great. Maybe less even. Maybe none. Maybe no more. Maybe more blueberries. Yeah.
More?
No, none. I'm not putting anything.
That's a spare one.
Something off.
She's my fave!
For his sweet
I love her.
soda bread, Peter is taking this.
Oh, look at it, Mr. Bean. Poor little Mr. Bean. He's not feeling so well. Oh, but he loves that.
Student Peter loves the
The knitter, Hermine, got a golden Hollywood handshake, yay!
Time to go home. After anything,
Yes.
over.
Yes. I forgot to film an ad break, so here is the ad break. Good morning. It is the 8th of October. I am on a late shift again, so I think I have like 2 hours until I have to go into work. So poor little Mr. Beans has been throwing up quite a lot, like hairballs. And yesterday he was stuck, like he kept trying to bring up hairballs, but he just wasn't able to. He only brought up a little bit of bile. So anyway, we took him to the vet, and so basically she prescribed him some antacids for his stomach, which is a tablet which I have to get down him, which is very not pleasant at the moment because he doesn't like being turned upside down because it makes him want to throw up. So that was a battle. And we also gave him some laxatives to make the hair go the other way. He really doesn't like being groomed. And stress of forcibly grooming him would make him worse. So this is the course of action that we're taking at the moment. Poor Mr. Beans, he's such a delicate flower. I have to give him like special urinary tablets as well because he gets kidney infections. What a dramatic queen. Ugh. Anyway, whereas Toast is like, I don't know, you could put her into a fire pit and she'd be like, so, I don't care. She'd like escape herself and form her. She's amazing. Oh, I've got this new bottle dryer because I have a lot of bottles and I started making kombucha over the summer. So to dry the bottles, I bought one of these, but also it's a handy dandy phone thing. What's it called? Phone stand. It's so handy. So this morning I have the Instant Pot on. I decided to, because James has been really, really busy in work. It's just the crazy busiest week this week. He's got a million things to be doing online, and he doesn't really have, because normally during the pandemic James has been home the whole time, so he's been doing the dinners. But at the moment, he's just literally, he barely has time to go to the toilet. There's no lunch break or anything. So I decided this morning that I would crack out the Instant Pot again and I'd make a curry. I want to do a slow roast curry. It's just vegetables in there. I mean, I could have done it fast, but sure, look, as I'm here because I won't be back until 8 p.m, I decided to have a look at that and do that instead, that way. So what did I do this morning? So I updated my classes. I'm in potions and defense against the dark arts and dark arts classes. So yeah, anyway, and then I got up and I cleaned the kitchen. I did the dinner. I put on the dinner and I washed the floor. Beans instantly came in with muddy paw prints and started prancing around, destroying my work. Classic Beans. I love him, but I hate him. But I love him. Anyway, I had a really lovely knit night last night with the girls. I had to cancel all my live knit night kind of face-to-face things for the next couple of weeks because, of course, Ireland's back in stage 3 lockdown, which doesn't mean that schools are still open and the restaurants and pubs have all gone to takeaway or outside dining, but all indoor events have been cancelled apart from weddings and funerals. So weddings you can have 25 people, funerals you can have 25 people as well. I was reading the book last night, the Mary Cassidy book. I don't know if I showed you, but it's a book released. I was listening to The Creep Dive, and they had an interview with the former state pathologist Mary Cassidy, and she retired. She took on the job as state coroner, state pathologist in 1998, and then she retired there in 2018. So is that 20 or 30 years? 20 years, I think. But yeah, she's amazing. Like, she's so fascinating, and I really she was just really interesting. And she's Scottish, and when she came over there's 3 state pathologists, or there was in her time. There was 3 there was 3 pathologists in Scotland, but in Ireland there was only 1, and he's famous. Like, he was absolutely famous. What was his name again? I can't remember his name because I knew Mary Cassidy because that's who was in the news the whole time. But like Jack. Anyway, I've forgotten. Any Irish person will know. Any Irish person over a certain vintage. Sorry now. Don't be giving yourself away if you don't want to. But yeah, so they're kind of a celebrity in Ireland, whereas in England and in Scotland, death really isn't talked about that much. Whereas in Ireland, it's like a national sport. And I think sometimes it's a healthier way of looking at things. Just acknowledging it and going and being there and supporting, and sometimes it's overwhelming and it's a bit ridiculous, but other times it's quite nice to be supported by your community so much. So yeah, anyway, so funerals you can have 25 people at them, whereas normally you'd have 200, 300, 400 people, which is a lot of people, and it's quite difficult to do that, but at least it's 25 people and no people, or 2 people like it was at the start. So anyway, but it's fascinating. I just think the culture around death is fascinating. It's really, really interesting, and that's why I'm reading this book, obviously. She's just fascinating. Like, she's a really, really fascinating person, and yeah. I just uploaded yesterday's vlog, or actually technically the day before. I was on nights, so yesterday in my head is 2 days crammed into one because I had little sleeps in between. So whenever I do nights, I'm very confused for a long time. There was a lot of kittens in it. But yeah. So that is up now. Oh, it's not actually. I set a release date on it and I shouldn't have done that. I didn't mean to do that. Anyway, I am currently working on, I've decided to do the Pebbles and Pathways. I think I told you that the last time. So I'm knitting them in a really bright yellow color, and they're going to fade down. You've seen that already, unless you're hopping in right now, which seems a bit silly. Seeing as this is kind of like a series. But yeah, I'll just get to the end of this and I'll show you what I didn't mean to schedule it. Set it as now, not schedule, unschedule it. Publish it as public and then publish. Live! There we go. And I put an ad break, so I'll put in an ad break in this one too. Sure, you'll have seen that if you're seeing this one. Oh my God, time zones. So I am almost at the end of the shoebox project by Marka Shiro, and I'm really sad. If anyone wants a link, if you can't find the actual written, the actual PDFs online, I have them and I can send them to you if you would like. But you'd have to send me a message to do that. But oh, it's so good. So good. Because there's like pictures and stuff that have been drawn and taken by the authors. Oh, the best writers in the world. Hands down. But yes, what was somebody was saying something in the last video. Oh, let me see what they said. The commenting. Oh, my startup disk is full. My startup disk has been full for 3 years. That's shade. It is. Let me just see. Dry lips is a sign of dehydration. Thank you. You're right. And Kay Curious said that I owe everybody everything because of the hair flicking in my last video. I have nothing to give. I got some very interesting comments about my plants. Thank you very much. I've moved my fern up over the fridge, or up over the counter. What's it called? The little bathroom cabinet. So it's kind of out of the sun. But I'm afraid I'll forget about it and not water it, and then it'll dry out and die. But yeah, so we'll see. Plants. My garden is an absolute state. I was so proud of it at the start, and then, well, I think I was really proud of it at the start because I was off because I was query COVID. So I had 10 days and I worked really hard at the garden just to kind of keep my mind off of the terror. And then I went back to work and I just had no energy to do anything with it. Also, the weather was awful in July and August. It was just raining constantly. Like there was heat, but it was just raining, so there was no sun, so everything rotted. I think a lot of people had the same thing in Ireland, or in this time zone, or this zone of gardening. And like, I thought I'd get loads and loads of courgettes. I got maybe 3 round courgettes. I got 1 long courgette. I had a pumpkin that was growing up, and it was kind of growing, but the side of it rotted away, so that didn't get any bigger. There might be a few more, but I feel like it might be too late now in the season. The light is gone. So, sure, look. Oh, the chickpeas that I started growing produced no chickpeas. They produced the pods, but then nothing inside them. They dried out and kind of crisped up and did nothing. So, but I'd say that was because I got chickpeas from a dried packet from the supermarket. They weren't seed chickpeas. They did grow, but they didn't grow into anything. So I'd say they were some sort of, one season wonder sort of. I don't know. My soybeans, the edamame, they were just constantly eaten by something. Don't know what. So they didn't turn into anything. They produced loads of leaves, and then a really pretty leaf would come up, and the next day it was like eaten out from the inside. I think it was like maybe flea beetle or something. Not sure. Yes. Oh, Brigitta actually has asked a good question. What phone do you use? Please make a video about how you film and edit videos with it. How would I do that when I am filming using the phone? Maybe I could film how I do it on James's phone and then edit all of it. Oh, but and then I could do that. I think I could do that, Brigitta. Would other people be interested in that? I was thinking about doing a podcasting course, like not podcasting course, but like maybe some sort of, how I vlog kind of, would people be interested in that? How to make a podcast, basically, how to use I only know how to use iPhone, so I'm not sure if, I could, all I can do is show you how to do it on an iPhone, because that's the iPhone I have. I've been making podcasts on, the first one I started on was the iPhone 4 or 5, and then I went to the iPhone 7 Plus, and now I've got the 11 Pro. So I buy a new phone maybe once every 4 years or 5 years, 4 or 5 years. So, because they're expensive. Oh, Melbourne, the lockdown, Gamer Widows says they're restricted to 5 kilometers of their home. Oh, we haven't gone that far yet, but I have a very strong feeling that in the next week it is going to be that way. And I feel like once the kids go on midterm break for Halloween, I don't think the schools are going to open back up again. I think we're going to go down into full lockdown again, because we were getting 650 cases yesterday. We're getting a lot of sick people into A&E again. Oh. Hey James, I'm filming. I'm filming. I'm eating secret sweetie.